Welcome to the Happy Hearts program. Julian Pace here, the founder and the CEO. Pretty excited to take you on this next 7-week journey, learning about emotions, mindset, strategy, and behavior to a happy and fulfilled life. And Happiness Co works in the preemptive mental health space, which is like a traffic light system, red, orange, and green. We work in the everyday tools, the things that are going to allow us to overcome our challenges in our life, because I know this firsthand. Our problems never go away. We just get better at dealing with them. So this whole program is really designed around resourcefulness, which is never a lack of resources, only a lack of resourcefulness, which is who do we need to become to be better parents? Who do we need to become to be better teachers? Who do we need to become to be better people? Because everything we do externally is a representation of the things that are going on internally. So emotions have the power to create or the power to destroy. And if you think about decision making, which is the choices that people make every day, including your children, emotions are the fuel. So emotions and the stories that we tell ourselves create the behaviors that we enact every single day. So if our emotion is loneliness and the story that people tell themselves is people don't like me or I'm not good enough, I wonder the choices that we make in life. So this whole program is designed around two things. Awareness, because awareness precedes change. There's a lot of problems and challenges in people's lives and in our children's lives. But we have to have the awareness of the things that they are feeling, they are thinking, and help them navigate through, so at times, the real difficult challenges in their life, but also some of the most rewarding times in their life. How do we understand fulfillment and achievement? If you think about achievement for our children, the first thing they had to achieve when they were born was learning how to crawl, and then crawling to walk, and then walking to talking. And then before you know it, you're in school and you're getting grades, and it's all very focused on the achievements that we're after. Getting more, doing more, being more. And 100% academics are really important for our children. But what's fulfillment look like? And this is the one thing that I think I see parents and people collectively get wrong. Fulfillment is how you feel about yourself. It's self-esteem, it's self-worth, it's self-respect. And the level of value and respect that you put on yourself ultimately leads to great choices. Better choices for you means better impacts tomorrow. So over this next 7 weeks, you'll be working with the most amazing people and the most amazing program from all different people around the world that we've facilitated now in 10 countries and around 50,000 people. Because it doesn't really matter the age bracket you are, but it does really matter how we use the awareness to take action. Action over awareness. To know that we can be better people tomorrow than we were today. We can be better in our choices and in our relationships, in our health, in our career, and in ourselves. But self-esteem does matter. Confidence for children does matter. And people always ask me, well, what creates confidence in our children? I say, well, commitment from our parents to be able to commit to our children's journey, and then the commitment from the children to be able to do the work. But then commitment with courage will instill confidence. So the commitment to, you know what, I'm going to commit to doing this thing well or doing this thing at all. And then the courage to be able to push ourselves out of our comfort zone and make sure that we are actually working on the strategy. Because there's two things that really matter, the effort and the strategy. You can put a lot of effort into the wrong things in the wrong environments and not get the outcomes that you're looking for. You can put a lot of time and infrastructure into the strategy and have no effort, and it doesn't go anywhere. So it's about the combination of both. And I'm big on being better, not being perfect, which is better looks like progress. Progress for our children's, program for our parents, and program for the whole system so we can make sure that we're creating happy hearts. Because happiness, fulfillment, joy, love, possibility, hope, these things matter. These things allow us to wake up with a sense of purpose and clarity every single day of our life, regardless again of what age bracket we are. We need that guidance system to know that what we are doing today is going to lead to incredible outcomes tomorrow. It's called clarity for a reason. It's purpose. And it makes such a difference in our lives. So, as I said before, you're going to learn amazing things around the tools to execute these strategies well and the effort that's required to be able to give the right amount of time and attention to your children. Because what's important? The only things that will grow in your life are the things that you give your time and attention to. The only thing that will grow in your children's life are the things that they give their time and attention to. It's very, very important. And I know this firsthand. These whole programs, all our programs that we run here at Happiness Co are based on what we call lived experience. And wisdom comes from lived experience, and that's why wisdom is so very powerful. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge with application is power. So that becomes wisdom, right? The wisdom of what choices to make next, or the wisdom to know that feelings aren't facts. And I think quite often, parents and children turn their feelings into facts when they're just not. Feelings are like clouds on a stormy day; they'll come and go. So it's about unpacking these emotions, these traumas, and these challenges, and working how we can make better decisions from it and understand them better. To give you some clarity around the work I do, I work in human behavior, and I work in what we call trauma. Heavy trauma too. So think about trauma. It doesn't matter if it's kids or adults that go through trauma, but trauma changes the way people see the world, the way they see people, but more importantly, the way they see themselves. And how we see ourselves really does matter when it comes to self-worth and self-confidence. So how we see ourselves is a fundamental tool and skill to having a happier life. And I lost my father to suicide on my 21st birthday. And the best way I can describe losing my father was like someone came into my life and switched off the light. The reason I share this with you is because I didn't have the tools, I didn't have the awareness, and I didn't have the strategies. And my life fell apart. I couldn't cope with the shame and the guilt and the grief and the despair. And the emotions became too challenging for me, so I started making lots of bad choices, making lots of mistakes, pushing away the people who love me, spending lots of my time in misery. And the truth is this: what you think about, you become, and what you focus on expands. And all I thought about was what I had lost, and all I focused on was how sad I was. So I became a sad and lonely young man. And now I've dedicated my life to helping people with the tools to be able to overcome their challenges. Remember, I said this before, it's not a lack of resources, it's a lack of resourcefulness. Who did I have to become to be a better Julian Pace? Who do you have to become? Who do your kids have to become to have the life that they deserve? We cannot wait to take you on this program. We can not wait to see the outcomes that you get and the feedback that we're going to get. But more importantly, we cannot wait to see you implement some of these changes and these things with your children to give them a better and happier life. But you have to be brave, and you have to be bold, and you have to be often. This whole program is about being often, because it's not just good enough to do it once or do it twice. Repetition and the steps that you take every single day lead to what we call ACT, Action Conditioning Therapy. You think about a physical injury, you know how to heal it, you rehab your injury, right? But emotional injuries, ACT is the key, which is Action Conditioning Therapy, which is allowing our kids and our parents to take action to condition ourselves to heal our life. Cannot wait, and looking forward to spending time with you in the next 7 weeks. Goodbye.